Good afternoon. It's gorgeous out here today. Got my sunroof open, getting a little bit of extra sun rays. Got a lot to say today, but I got to dial it in and figure out, like, what am I really trying to say? So, codependency, that's what I want to talk about today. I'm codependent. You don't realize it because you look at codependency a lot of times. Like, when I think of codependency, especially because of my upbringing, codependency basically means, like, all right, like, you're the parent of an addict, you're the spouse of an addict, right? So like codependency there means you're enabling their addiction, you know, they're your drug, like codependency. You know, there's different forms of codependency though, and like when I'm doing something, right, like where I see my codependency is like when I'm grinding, I'm doing good, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, yo, like, you know what I mean? When I wake up or when I go to bed and I be like, good job, Charlie, like I tell myself that in the mirror, you know what I mean? And then like, you know, you talk to somebody or somebody sends you a message and they're kind of like, you know, that's good, but, and they point out like some other stuff and it's like, whoa, like hold on a sec, like, you know, like I wake up in the morning, I live all day afternoon, and by the time I go to bed tonight, I'm present with myself. When I'm going through something good, when I'm feeling good, I'm present with it. And I'm still thinking on how to make maneuvers and do what I got to do for me to feel better and keep on evolving and keep on growing. And when I'm going through a little struggle, or if I make a mistake, you better believe from the time I wake up all day long until the time I go to bed, I'm on that. I'm beating myself up for it. I get it. I'm going through it. I'm not in denial or nothing, right? Anybody can relate to what I'm saying right now. So when they put the 2 cents in, where my codependency comes in, I do let that get me off my square a little bit. Where it's like, man, F it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm moving through right now. I'm moving through that in real time, you know what I mean? Which means, yeah, you're doing good, Charlie. Good job, Charlie, you know what I mean? So that codependency piece is big. And I realized in the past, a lot of my struggles come from that, you know what I mean? Seeking the approval when you're young, seeking the approval from your mom, seeking the approval from your dad. Then you get older and you're still kind of doing the same thing. And when you go to an empty well with something, it's like, oh. And that's where you go from a boy to a man, you understand? That's his evolution process. That's these grays up on his beard, which I love. That's his bald head, which I sport. You know what I'm saying? That's the frame that I build every day and show up and put the work in for. You know what I'm saying? That's the relationships that I have with the people when I walk through. And it's like, man, that was an awesome encounter. Yeah, when you're drinking too much and stuff like that, the encounters aren't real good. But I'm talking about in real life. I'm talking about when the man is showing up every day, living the way the man wants to live, that I can be proud of. And that goes for man, woman, for everybody. You know what I mean? And I think I know we're all in the same position when it comes to things like this, because this is life. Outside of ourselves is just total, absolute chaos. Life is fast, man. Fast. And I can't even imagine if you're connected to that. Like if you're connected to that outside fast pace, woo! We got enough of that going on inside of ourselves that we got to balance and re-regulate every day. You know what I mean? So my message for codependency is, yeah, that's an addiction too in itself. And I already went through the phase where I was like, I don't care what you think. I already went through that. That's why I'm kind of a rebel. That's why my favorite song is Rebel Yell, because I'm a rebellious kind of guy all my life, you know? But I'm also level. I'm also balanced in the sense where, yo, I got an anchor. I got a strong anchor. I always had a strong anchor. I always had a strong faith. I always had a strong character, even through all the mistakes. You know what I mean? And then to balance that is the journey that I'm on, that we're all on. We're all on it, you know? And that's cool. So the message of codependency, take it however you take it. But I knew today I needed to make a video because I'm playing my guitar. I'm loving it. I'm getting better. And that guitar and some type of music is going to be what I do. It's going to be part of my life. Fitness. I love it. I'm rebuilding in real time. And like, it's really a beautiful thing. The relationships, the foundation. So I got music and I got fitness. Me personally, when somebody says, Charlie, what do you want out of life? What do I want out of life? I want those two things in my life to be how I survive, period. I want to keep good people around. I want to be able to go on vacation here and there where I want to. I want to live modestly, and I want to kick back, and I want to chill, smile, and enjoy life. And as long as I stay here, as long as I talk about when I'm feeling a certain way, yo, I feel like escaping right now, man. I don't like that message. You know what? Throw in the towel. That's the old days. The old days, right? Because it's a new day, baby. The future starts now. Just keep on walking. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So codependency is a real thing. And I'm sure everybody watching this video, one way or another, you can find a place in your life where you're being codependent. Don't judge it. That's what I've learned. I've learned not to judge myself and don't beat myself up, dude. Recognize and keep moving. So if you recognize you're being codependent in a way, address it. Because we're all on this evolution that I just talked about right now. Whether you're going through an actual addiction in the moment, whether you've been sober for 30 years, whether you got $5 million in the bank, or whether you're in debt $42,000. We're all in the same boat. Let's do this. Have a good day.